People in Iran have been voting for a new president. The country is facing big challenges, from the pandemic and an economic crisis to soaring inflation and continuing US sanctions. The winner is expected to be a hardline candidate who has close links to the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. Ebrahim Raisi is head of the judiciary and a religious conservative who's led crackdowns on popular protest and demands for reform. Many more moderate candidates have been barred from standing. The election comes at a delicate time, with hopes that Iran will return to the deal that restricted its nuclear program. Our Middle East editor, Jeremy Bowen, reports.
Elections in Iran are not free or fair, but they're a window into an opaque country with a repressive regime. Any resemblance to democracy is coincidental. Candidates are vetted in advance. Millions of frustrated Iranians have stopped hoping that voting will improve their lives. In the city of Shiraz, he was pulling down every election poster he could find. Well done, shouts the man in the car. This man posted a plea to boycott the election, next to portraits of his son, Amir Hussein, who was killed with hundreds of others in protests in 2019. My vote, he says, is for the downfall of the dictator and the criminals who've sold out the country. A hardliner, Ebrahim Raisi, the head of the judiciary, seems to have a clear path to the presidency. His strongest rivals were not allowed to stand. His past sends a bleak message to Iranian reformists who want more freedom. The executions of thousands of regime opponents in the late 1980s. Raisi was one of their prosecutors. This man, not the president, is at the pinnacle of power in Iran. He's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the 82-year-old supreme leader who seems determined to deliver a victory for conservative hardliners. The only candidate left who might appeal to reformists is Abul Nasser Hemati, the former central bank governor. Elections in Iran can produce surprises, but he needs a miracle. Iran's nuclear future remains the big issue for any president. Ebrahim Raisi says he supports reviving the international deal that restricts Iran's capabilities. Iran's price would be an end to the sanctions that have caused real hardship. This was a cue for chicken in a country with huge reserves of oil. Whoever's president, Iranian people need some relief. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News.